Hello, I'm Keith, and I got dirt on me I'm from Owensboro, Kentucky, and I just finished my interval magic interval matrix cubes, magic half open interval matrix cubes, and because the squares that come together, they individually form what I should call pseudo open half interval, because I don't know how they could be real intervals, but they definitely are matrices because they are a cubical array of numbers. So I give that term matrix. So it's a matrix, but I'm not too sure if it's actually a real half-open interval matrix, a half-open interval cube too, or if it just happens to always the expressions come out of the cube squares themselves and happen to be correct all the time, the right interval statement, not a false statement like 7 is greater than or equal to 3. It's always, in the case of one of the additions, I think, planes, the squares, is that 3 is always less than or equal to 7. That's a half open interval expression. Anyway, so these are my magic cubes, and I've created a forest above my head. Um, these are where I can study them, where I can see the different relationships among the numbers. Um, and the diagonals are the all important parts. The diagonal corners, I call the corners the ghost corners. The ghost number, I call the corners the floating corners because they don't actually exist on the three planes of this metaphorical reality. The three planes, which I had to break that open to fit them together. I cheated. But and like on this corner right here, this number is given by the yellow tab numbers on the outer edge, this outer cube, these yellow tab numbers. This is a multiplication. I'm not going to bother going in trying to explain how I get each number, but these six numbers that exist that are given on this outside cubical opening gives that middle, that outer ghost number, and the numbers inside are given by their representative six yellow tabs on the cube inside. If I can show that right, the cube inside, they're given their numbers in multiplication. Multiply all of them in series of the six tabs of the inner and outer cube. The inner cube has different numbers. They're invariant. Has six different has eight different numbers around each cubical opening of the inner cube. But multiplied together, they give an outer product, an interior diagonal outer product of the inner cube, and those products taken together equal the same product. I think I'm using the right word as the yellow tabs around the outer cube on all sides, which all are co-invariant with the like number, and this is for multiplication for the numbers 3, 5, 7, 9 going on two vertical axes, and the horizontal axis given 3, 3, 7, 7, I think. 3, 3, 7, 7. And then this is this is the addition cube. This is the multiplication. This is the addition. But all these are this is these are the sets of um, it's a field. It's hard to find where I'm pointing at. These two I think are the sets of the 2, 4, 6, 8 numbers going vertical on both vertical axes, and the numbers 2, 2 and 6, 6 given on the horizontal axis. And this is the addition. This is the multiplication. The other one in the back is the addition. And these were my first ones. These are 1, 2, 3, 4, and multiplication and addition. 1, 2, 3, 4 going on the two vertical axes, and 3, 3, and 1, 1, and 3, 3 on the horizontal axis. And I'm going to study that to see why that's so too. What could be significant about that? But again, the all important feature of this cube is that you can get the ghost numbers on the floating corners, whether they're multiplication or addition cubes, by adding or multiplying all the numbers on the six inner and outer cubical tabs, the quadrants of this um, coordinate Cartesian cube, I guess. I don't know. the quadrant, the three-dimensional quadrant of this cube is the yellow tabs, or what gives the numbers. Those are given by the numbers on the inside when multiplied across using the commutative property at all four corners and all three squares added together to make a cube. That's all they are, is just the outer shell of the inner square of three squares taken together to create a cube. And these numbers, the inner numbers and the outer numbers of the quadrants, the cubical quadrants, are significant. The inside are invariant numbers. They give different answers to different um, quotients. Is that the right term? And multiplication. But that, in this case, multiplication. But on that, the outer Gauss number is co-invariant. It's the same all the way around. All these numbers inside change, different various numbers on the inside, but the same number appears on the outside when the diagonals are added together or multiplied together. In this case, it can be added together too. So I hope I explained, and I don't know what they do. I just know it's an interesting property that I finally figured out after so many years, since 1994, when I discovered that, when I had a hunch that there should be numbers there. And in fact there are, and I get it from the diagonals and everything. So, well, thanks for watching. Bye bye.